Their audio is a little bad. I'm sorry. Sorry for the awful noise. I think that's cicadas, is what it sounds like, which are bugs in the south that go crazy all the time. Just let the news run till somebody comes in. I'm trying to find out what's happening myself. I saw this and clicked broadcast. Hopefully they're moving on something now. I hope. Let's see what we can do here. Doing fancy now. There we go. I'm sorry for the sound. Good morning, Bob. Those cicadas are awful. I have no idea. I don't know what's going on. I'm finding out as you do. We're finding out together. I wonder why. Did he destroy evidence in the house? Maybe. That's possible, right? That's a crime. Maybe something between his parents. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't expect this either. It's quite a development. Wow. I wonder what it's about. Because this is weird. That's really the last place I expected to see the crime scene tape. You know, like where he is out in the woods or wherever he went. The chat is disabled for the stream that this is. I guess we'll be able to figure out more if other vehicles show up. That's what I think too, Bob. That's exactly what, because he's a coward. We already know that. So I thought he was going to go off and kill himself somewhere. It would make sense. I don't even know what this is about. I don't know. This is very disturbing. Has anyone heard anything about why they are in the laundry home? It could be something like that. Maybe they helped him, not realizing he had killed her. Thinking, oh, he wouldn't hurt her. He loved her. They must have broke up or something. Maybe that's what they thought. I don't know. And they were protecting him and covering for him. Or maybe he decided, oh, this is too awful, and too much of a shame on my parents. Maybe he went back and did something. I don't know. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning. I don't know what's going on here. This is a development we didn't expect, though. They aren't saying what they're doing. If the bugs get too loud again, I'll turn it back down. Yeah, that's what I think. Or somebody broke in and took things, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it would have to be something major. They don't do that for just doing a search. Yeah, they really are. I mean, it's not bad unless you're trying to hear something else. And then, yeah, it's terrible. Well, maybe they haven't gotten there yet. This just started. Like 18 minutes ago, so those might be the first ones on scene. Yes, it is live at the house. This is Tampa Bay 10, streaming live from the laundry home. He looks like he's waiting for somebody. I'm sure as soon as whoever shows up, it's probably really going to become a circus. There's a charger in the driveway and another truck that weren't there yesterday. You guys have any ideas what it could be about? Yeah, yeah, I think Bob's right. It's got probably something major. I, I'm sure this can't be good. His sister is a really nice woman too. She was really worried about Gabby. I know. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm wondering. I thought he was going to do that out in the woods, though. I thought he probably had already done that, is what I thought. I thought they just hadn't found him yet. Yeah. Or yeah, it's like maybe not a suicide pact, but he killed his family and then killed himself so they wouldn't have to live with the embarrassment of what he'd done. People do that. Because maybe he came back to the house after they'd found out Gabby was dead and it escalated. That could be too. Shit, maybe his own dad shot him. Because she lived with them. I mean, yeah, yeah. The second time they've been here already. Well, I mean, they've been at the house before, but there was not crime scene tape before. The last time they were there, it was because the parents had filed a missing person report with the FBI. It was the first time the police were there. We don't know why they're there this time. They just showed up this morning and people noticed they were putting crime scene tape around the house. Those cicadas, they're awful. Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe he came back to the house and then when he came back, they knew he that Gabby wasn't alive and they confronted him and it escalated. That seems really possible. I know, it's really sad, Amanda. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. People go to a better place. No, I haven't seen him the whole darn time. Like, I don't even know what these people look like. I know, isn't it? Maybe they should have got drunk and made prank phone calls and this wouldn't have happened. Maybe they could have blown off some steam. That's a bad Wells reference. I thought Bob might like that. Well, because they got drunk and made a prank phone call. Bob and I have both been covering both things. That's why I said it. I thought it might make Bob chuckle. This is unbelievable, isn't it? Oh, good, good. I'm glad I could make you laugh when things were difficult. Oh, good. Well, it could be. People criticize them for doing it, but maybe that was just the steam they needed to blow up. Yeah, I think it has. I mean, there wasn't no crime scene tape around the house after the fact. And those people really kick up there on that hill, and still they didn't, take it to this level. I knew. I mean, I know this is awful to say, but I knew that boy seemed too nice. There were a little few weird things about him, and like she wouldn't stop crying. And my sister and I both thought that they should have pressed more and asked her more when they had her alone and things like that. Like it seemed like she was being controlled because she was taking the blame for everything. Before she even had the window rolled down, she said, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I hit his arm." You know what I mean? Like everything, according to her, was her fault the whole time. But people called the police because they thought he was threatening her. You know what I mean? So why didn't they dig a little deeper? They should have. The witnesses that called the police thought she was the one in danger, not him. That's weird, huh? Why didn't they push him more? Why did they send him to a motel and her off to camp by herself? There's all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah, and they didn't really. They glazed right over that. They just immediately went to, oh, this is a hysterical woman with OCD. We know what this is. Like they didn't even look a little deeper, and they should have. There were signs there. She said that he grabbed her by the face like that. That's really, if somebody grabs you by the throat or the face, that's really violent and controlling behavior. And they should have considered that. Like she said that, and they acted like he didn't do anything to her. It's weird. Well, you didn't notice he was doing things like when he went up to talk to the police, he like sort of scurried over there and then stopped really quick like a child would. And then they said something to him, and he said something about, I'll sit crisscross applesauce, but can I sit in the shade? Like, you're not free, guy. They should have paid more attention. There was something not right about him. It was obvious. Yeah, and he was like, oh, when they asked him, what are you so, hyper about? Oh, it's the lights. And they just left it at that. Like, you know what I mean? There were little things all over in that. My sister and I watched it last night. We were getting mad because there's all kinds of things there that they should have looked at or pursued more, and they didn't. And if they'd done any of that, she'd probably still be alive. He said they'd been traveling around for 4 months, and it was a month and a half. There were a lot of signs there that he wasn't okay. Oh gosh, that's just terrible. Make my ears ring. Yeah, she seemed really distressed. She did. She was very distressed. Why didn't they do more to find out why? And they were saying things like, he wouldn't let her in the van, or he wouldn't let her out of the van and stuff like that. It's like, you can't do that. That's why she's upset, is because he's doing things that aren't okay. You can't tell a grown person where they can be and where they can't be. Uh-oh, here comes Suze. Uh-oh, plainclothes detective. Yeah, he was trying way too hard to seem amiable to me. Like the most non-threatening person ever. That's what he was doing. That's not who he is, clearly. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Plain clothes. Yeah, detective. Yeah, that's strange behavior. You know. The people do a travel blog too. They do like camping stuff. And they were filming what they were doing. And when the woman was editing it, she noticed the van and she turned it over to police. And I think that's where they found her body. Because right after that, they found her right away. They say you can see him digging and like out in that open area. You look real close, you can see somebody bent over out there with a shovel. But they were also from Florida. But this was, happened in Wyoming. And I guess he drove it back, as far as I know. They just found it in a video, is what happened. And they turned it into the police. And when the police looked at the video and went to that area, they found her body. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They filmed that when him and Gabby were still on the trip right before he came back. That's how they found her. Because they have proof that they had been in that area camping and then they went, or whatever, and then they went up there to look for her at that campground, and that's where they found her body. They just both happened to be from Florida. It was just a coincidence. I guess people from Florida like to go to Wyoming. I didn't know. You're welcome. It is very confusing, and there's information from so many places. You got it. Putting it together can be hard sometimes. What is it about? All right, here we go. We might have just found out something. We'll keep it playing, but it's hard to keep this on. My computer is getting mad. It's like you ask too much of me. Quit. And I'm gonna keep asking too much.
of a 22-year-old who is missing. I think it makes a lot of sense to do that. And keep in mind, this is the family criticized heavily over the last week or so for not coming forward and
FBI
and
police
sharing
swarm
anything they
Brian
knew about where
Laundrie's
Gabby was last seen.
family
So
home to
the FBI
execute search
probably has
warrant.
some of the same frustrations that the general public has, but of course they're trying to gather evidence, so they want to come in as a surprise, no doubt about that.
Let's also remind.
I just switched.
Okay, so what do we have here? Some agents.
I think you're going to see the video I saw was the mom going into that vehicle that is parked on the lawn. So if we have that, that's
reminder. I have to remind folks, this is not live. Okay, I'm monitoring the live feed here on a separate screen, and we can go to the live video. If anything happens, tap the touch screen here and we're live. But this is from, again, a short time ago. So live content.
So we'll leave the commentary
we'll be coming back here as soon as we have something to show you. Right now, it's the same.
To the point we were making earlier.
We'll combine the two. We'll
know,
combine the live commentary with the picture that's
people
live.
who never met Gabby, the people who know Gabby, and then of course
this is
just
WFLA,
the followers of the story. I mean, one of the key tips came from another blogger. Again, a relatively modern job, Shannon Baker out of Spring Hill.
This is their website.
On a trip, she's a travel blogger, and on a trip, she remembers recognizing the 2012 white Ford van that we've seen that is now in Northport police custody, and she shared that video with both the parents of Gabby Petito and said, actually, in one of our stories, that she had a tearful talk with Miss Petito's mom about what it meant and how she wished that
Yeah, I muted when I went in and out of the room because my door is really squeaky and my cat also screams when I leave the room. So.
You don't want anybody walking near the lawn. You don't want anyone walking near the house. So great question. But
I know,
we
me
do not
too.
know this is a crime yet. We still don't know the cause of death. And the cause of death will tell us.
That's what I think. That's what I was telling my sister. I said, then they said it was about a warrant, but
do we hear that? Do we hear that from
they
Brian?
might just be trying to keep it on the down low what it's about.
Analysis out of Wyoming or Denver, probably at this point.
Yeah, and you know, this might for our commenters here.
I know,
I've had
me too.
Comments like this one asking about the crime scene tape. I'm just gonna ask.
Do you have sound now, Karen?
You know, we're waiting for something to happen here, so I'm asking them. I'm asking the pros here with a quick note, just to let us know what does this you know, what does the tape say? And that's so.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous because the tape doesn't change. It's not like they have a warning.
If they don't have the right tape, it's just yellow tape. I know that's it, but I'm just
preserving an area, and you're preserving an area. We don't know why yet, but if the FBI's there, the FBI is part of the crew that found the body. The FBI is communicating with their agents are communicating. It would seem to me the logic is that the FBI out of Denver that's working the Wyoming part of this communicated with the FBI out of Tampa, and more than likely that is how you got your search warrant, and that's why they're there. But they're not telling us yet, and the FBI generally won't tell us anything.
And again, you know that the tape is a very small and probably meaningless thing, but considering the amount of comments we've asked about whether or not this is officially a crime scene.
Crime scene tape, warning tape goes up on things that are not crimes all the time.
All right, let's show you this. Eagle 8 HD live over the scene now, just arriving here in Sarasota County. So this is now a live picture here of Brian Laundrie's home here. You're going to see some intermittent signal breakups here because we're here in Tampa. Of course, this going out to Northport, Florida, a little bit a ways away here, but still part of the coverage area, so we'll still be able to maintain a very clear signal here. You'll just see it like right here. You'll be able to see some signal pauses and signal breakups there. So this is the backyard of the home here. They were just showing us the front of the house here, but there's just a shot of the entire property here. So there you see.
That house is a lot bigger than it looks like.
Was pulled right up to the front door.
Look at that shed back there.
Maybe 5-10 minutes ago, did they come in blazing? Did they rush right into the scene?
There's no doubt.
And there's the silver Ford Mustang convertible.
They wanted to get into that house as quickly as possible.
And there's the silver Ford Mustang convertible that we're talking about.
When you get a warrant, that means you're going in. You're not asking for permission to go in. You're going in. It makes complete sense for them to go in quickly, just in case something could be destroyed that they want to see.
All right, so we've got Eagle 8 HD.
There's the media on the other side of the street. You see, right? I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 crews. Wow.
All right, I'm queuing up a side-by-side here. Let's see if we can... Hold on a minute. We're queuing up here. Some video here from earlier, some new video here. I'm bringing in raw camera video from right when this scene began to unfold here. So I'm trying to
all right, we're going to see how it started.
Side by side. And here we have it. And let's show you now. Let's queuing this all up here on the touchscreen, folks. Okay, so
we do have this is a tweet from a individual that this was 4 minutes ago. Who also said parents were escorted out of house moments ago.
All right, so now
the parents were escorted out moments ago.
The video from earlier, and we'll see if we have.
So the parents aren't in the house.
So on the left side of your screen, everybody is live from Eagle 8 HD. On the right side of your screen.
All right, there's people in the backyard that look like they might be cataloging things.
Right when we hit record, right when we started
and taking pictures
and,
of the shed.
If anything sticks out here to our audience here joining us on WFLA now.
There they are in the backyard. Is that an FBI agent? It's hard to tell.
Probably with the khakis and black shirt.
Okay, one more time. Left side of your screen is live. Right side of your screen is a broadcast. Yes, left live. Right side of your screen.
So I'm not sure who that woman is, but can't see the. Let's see. Well, they appear to be looking behind the shed.
And they're photographing behind the shed here on the left side. You're saying
the person who's not in gear seems to be taking the pictures. And now they're coming to the front of the shed. So, and they have the warrant, and I'm guessing that's the warrant. Do they have a warrant for the shed?
And I wonder if they're, just kind of going over the paperwork here to see what they have access to, what they don't have access to. And again,
the shed, now that's creepy.
Eagle 8 providing us here, and I believe, is it Paul Lamson?
Yeah, Paul Lamson's up there.
Let's kind of just show you everybody Paul Lamson, if it is Paul, and there he is, our chief photographer here, WFLA News Channel. He does an amazing job here for us, and again, follow him online, folks. He's a great follow as far as covering the Tampa Bay area from the sky. Let's show you here, everybody, again, the split screen from earlier, and let's kind of scrub forward and see if we can find that video that we're talking about of the Laundrie.
You don't have to do nefarious things with your shed, people. You can just use it for like storage. You don't have to be
any highlights of anything new
hiding
that we haven't seen before.
bad things in there.
So we're turning some video towards the backyard.
They got it wide open.
Here's some equipment being brought in. Probably this is equipment to retrieve evidence. As we see here, a lot of the vehicles, and it looks like just a lot of stuff going in and out of the house. Can we just kind of point that out here, Walt, for a second? That it looks like a lot of. I don't. Let's go full square.
Everybody needs to calm down and start using sheds for their intended purpose.
Earlier in the video that Paul had, or the live video Paul had, the shed door was closed. Shed door is now open. So obviously, they have perhaps, from whatever they know, they've pinpointed something that involves that shed.
I'm going to see if we can bring in Paul on radio here, and see if we can bring Paul Lamson in to provide us with what he's seeing here from the sky. And if we can bring him in here, we will. And let's see if we can communicate with Eagle 8 HD's Paul Lamson. We can't. We're coming up here, and I cannot, because we're coming up here on the 11 a.m.
They're not really going in there. You notice that?
Begins in 3 minutes. So
the photographer went in a little bit, but everybody's staying out.
Listen in to Paul's live report here momentarily, but I cannot radio in to Paul when he's preparing for the newscast. So we'll have Paul here momentarily to tell us what he's seeing here from Eagle 8 HD. Jamie Buno, Walt Buteau, 8 on your side, senior investigator here with us live on WFLA Now, and we'll continue to take your hashtag HeyJB, hashtag HeyWalt comments here in the Facebook Live comment section. And you know what, let's bring this one. You were just talking about this, Walt, and we'll bring this one in here. And let me make this clear. I have to do this.
All right.
I stop myself every time before I'm about to animate a comment on screen. How this works from WFLA Now is that you see the hashtags.
Now they're moving through the house.
Right side of your screens, hashtag HJB, hashtag HeyWalt. You see them on the yellow stripes there. You can use that hashtag, either of those two hashtags, to get our attention here, and then we can actually animate your comment on screen, animate like Wendy's comment here on screen.
Why does it look like you're just taking pictures?
You don't want to be part of the live stream, and then just don't use the hashtags, and we'll let your comment idly scroll on by, and you can continue to comment back and forth in the comments.
You would need a separate, generally you...
And let me just, for our audience that's just kind of listening here for a second, and there are people that listen in the car to us, so let's read this. Wendy Gibbs, hashtag HJB, do they need a separate warrant for the shed?
No. But, and I would assume if you're going to search the entire house, I haven't seen warrants that specifically ask for... They ask for the entire residence. Do they have to ask for the shed? Would some constitutional lawyer tell you they should? I would say I doubt that. It also looks like they did not necessarily go in the shed. They seem to photograph behind it, and the last video that Paul shot there, they went back into the house at the back of it in the lanai. But it does lead you to believe there are specifics in that warrant that they are looking for, and obviously that warrant. And I correct myself, it's a federal warrant. Getting a hold of that is not as easy as if it's a federal warrant. I'm assuming
he
it is
doesn't know. He's
the FBI
just talking out
announced
his
they have
ass.
the warrant. Getting a hold of that affidavit's going to be a lot more
He's just
difficult
talking out his ass,
assuming that
this
it
man.
had been signed by a state judge. So we'll see how that works. But that warrant will tell us a lot.
And let's see here. I want to bring up this comment. Hey, Wendy, thanks for your comment. We'll go to Shelby next. Hey, Shelby, hashtag AJB. So is it confirmed that the parents were removed? And so...
It's confirmed by eyewitnesses. One reporter,
yep.
At least one reporter saw the mom.
That's the front of the house.
And then I have eyewitnesses who have contacted me that tell us the mom and dad were taken away. And by the way, that is standard operating procedure.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up here, as far as not interfering with the execution of the search warrant.
It's not like they're suspects or anything like that. It's not like they were getting in the way of the FBI, but you want the house clean. You don't want anybody else in there. You don't want anything disturbed. And so, yes, you take everybody out of the house except law enforcement, and even law enforcement will limit how many officers will go in there.
Let's see. I think Paul is coming in on radio. Let's just listen in. Okay, no, he was about to deliver. I think he's getting ready for a live report on our newscast here. Also, let's go to Ms. Christine McLarty. Listen in to her.
The Petito case. Again, we have been here about the last hour that the FBI has been swarming this house along with Northport Police. There is also a helicopter overhead. We do believe that the Laundrie parents are inside the home. Before agents came here,
No,
the dad came out to his car and got a couple of documents, went back inside before FBI came and showed up. Now, this is following a weekend-long investigation, as the Laundrie parents said that they saw Brian's car at a nearby wildlife preserve, and there was a 2-day search from sunrise to sunset. The last 2 days, dozens of law enforcement agencies about 10 minutes away from this house searching for their son. And again, we're back here live where there's multiple FBI agents inside this home speaking with Brian's parents. Stay with 8 on their side for the latest. Reporting in Northport, Christine McClarty. Back to you.
No, I don't think so. It's just an investigation. They're executing a search warrant. They said they're talking to the parents. I don't.
I think she is. Let's go back to Christine. Back with her hashtag HAB, hashtag AWOL comments here momentarily. Nope, now we have Eagle 8 HC's Paul Lamis.
In the front, and also right here in the center of your screen, that is the Mustang that's in question. The one that left the house was at the reserve and then was brought back by the parents. That has been out there since Wednesday. Now I'm going to move the camera and show you back here in the backyard. This shed, we just saw agents out there with the door open. They walked around the outside of the shed. They went inside. They seemed to take a lot of pictures. They did some stuff there. They since walked back into the home. So there's a wide shot of the house. You can see all the media gathered. This street is closed to traffic. So right now it's just a very big crime scene that takes up quite a bit of the neighborhood. But again, the house is here. We'll be up above it.
No, it doesn't look like it. They would have a van or something.
Are the Mustang that is out front, and there is one of the officers standing guard in front of the home. So Stacy, I will throw it back to you.
And that's Paul Lamison reporting for us on our 11 a.m. newscast. Team coverage, by the way, if you are here in the Tampa Bay area, turn on your televisions to your NBC station, WFLA 8 on your side. That's us. And you'll find us, our team coverage with 8 on your side, Christine McLarty. You'll also find Eagle 8 HD's Paul Lamison. And I was just passing along a note here. And again, this is welcome to reporting online.
I haven't seen the back van door closing in your sandals, but I've seen the thing where it looks like there's somebody out digging, like a distance away from the van. I have seen that.
And so I want to give a shout out here to News Nation.
The back van door closing and her
Full
sandals.
News Nation, of course, part of Next Star Nation here with us. He is based in Miami.
I didn't see that part. Is that in the same video?
He did just tweet out at the same second. I don't know, Stevie was really quick on it, pointing out here that parents are back in the house. So the 2 Laundrie parents back in the home at this time after again, what I was just talking about as far as likely being removed from the equation here just temporarily as the search warrant was being executed so that it could be done unadulterated. So let's give a shout out to Brian Enton one more time. You can follow him online. He's actually got a live feed up right now too that we're also monitoring here for developments. All right, we're live here in the center of your screen. Walt Puto, phone's ringing off the hook. Walt, if you need to take that, you can take it. All right. everybody back here with you live. Walt,
Yeah, I have to check it out. I've seen the video of the person driving by in the van and somebody digging
KJB comments that are
in the
coming in
distance.
here, and let's get to Shelby Carollo. One more time, Shelby. So is it confirmed that the parents were removed? Yes, confirmed that the parents were removed, and then they were allowed to go back into the house here. So at this time, it's very possible here, and I think, Walt, you're done with the phone call. Phone's ringing off the hooks here, folks. A lot of messages, tweets, DMs. It's just a lot going on here at this hour. And thanks for spending part of your Monday morning here with us as we look through some of the media circus here. But the Laundrie parents are back in the home, which, Walt, would lead you to now wonder, of course, if logically the next step is, are they done now executing the search warrant?
They could be, or they could be. They could have cleared one area of the house, and perhaps they let them back in. I would have to say it's somewhat unusual, but perhaps they were, like we said, these warrants are written in a certain way where they're looking for. They don't always say exactly what police are looking for. So were they able to clear an area and allow the Laundries back in? That's very possible. Clear one room? We don't know. Are they after something specific? Did they bring Laundries back in to ask some questions about what they're looking for? We know none of those answers yet.
Yeah, and I know that there's some videos out there, everybody, and again, we are working here to provide you here with the images of the very latest. We want to let you know here that this is live here in the center of your screen. Aid on your side, senior investigator Walt Vito joining us here, everybody on WFLA Now and JB Buno. And follow us, of course, online and on our various platforms. We're here live with you on WFLA Now.
I don't really think so. I heard that when he came back, he wouldn't tell them what had happened.
Northport, Florida.
So I imagine they probably assumed they broke up and he didn't want to talk about it or whatever.
Was where a body matching Gabby Petito's description was found in Northwest Florida. I think now we do have. Let's see if the radio is back online. Paul Lamison and Eagle 8 HD.
I mean, they might have helped him
JB
get back home.
Now. Can you read me and do you hear me? And what do you see up there in Eagle?
Hey, JB, I can hear you. Are you ready for me?
Yes, sir. You're live on WFLA Now. What do we got here from the sky?
Hey, JB, we're over the house right now, the one that was just swarmed by FBI and Northport Police. I'm going to show you a couple things as we continue to circle this home. And again, the road is shut down to traffic. Media is out on the side of the house. There's the media. Here is the home. Now, JB, I want to show you this as we come around. Remember the Mustang they talked so much about that Brian apparently took to the park and to go hiking, and then the parents returned it back to the driveway? There it is. That's the Mustang. Back in this driveway.
That's why they were so interested in the Mustang the other day.
Of this week, and again, the parents didn't report him missing until late Friday evening. There's the Mustang still out in front. The red pickup truck is the father's pickup truck. We've seen that come and go with the father and mother several times. But again, the other ones are law enforcement vehicles. You see police out standing guard in front of the home. Now, the other thing I want to show you is we make our way around the back of the home, this shed that's out in the
what about the shed? Y'all with the shed mysteries now, quit it.
The perimeter of this shed, taking pictures, looking at it, taking some measurements.
Make everybody put a see-through roof on their shed so we see what's going on in there.
Again, we don't know what's going on in there, but we do know that's what they did. The agents then left the shed.
Keep everybody honest about their shed.
Into the home. We have seen no other.
See, like that, you can just look right in and see everything. Wouldn't that be good? That'd be
This is
better.
where Brian Laundrie was supposed to be staying until he vanished. His parents say he's missing. The Petito family says he's hiding. He's not missing. So that's what's going on now. Again, earlier today,
He's a coward and he's on the run.
Northport Police and federal agents came to the house.
Well, that looks like what we have. I know, nothing to see here. Keep moving.
Now, JB, and again, here's a better shot of the Mustang. I'm going to go ahead and throw it back to you. I have a live hit to do on WFLA.
I was hoping we'd see him bring some evidence out. We probably won't. They'll roll it out in that little rolly thing. We won't see nothing.
Going on inside the home, nothing outside of the home. But we'll have it covered if anything changes. I'll throw it back to you, JD.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Again, Paul Lamison, our chief photographer here at WFLA, and the voice of Eagle 8 HD. Back here with you live, everybody on WFLA now. Big thank you to Paul. He's going to be live in our 11 a.m. newscast. He is live in a moment.
All right, looks like that's all we have for now. Probably. Oh, that's not what I said or that. There we go. Yeah. It looks like that's all they have for now. If something else comes out, I will be back with more for you. I've been on top of this thing ever since it started. I really want them to get him. I thought he did something to his family. Wouldn't be surprised he did something to that nice girl. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. I'm sure I'll be back in a bit. Say prayers for Gabby and for Summer. Keep them in your thoughts. I'll be back later. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate the support. It's really lovely. Have a nice day. I will. Thank you.